Two wheels are better than four. From the mountains to the shore, find us rolling up to the pub. We're 17 Scooters Club.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning. Hello, everybody. It's bright and early. 17 Scooters Club.
Scoot, scoot.
I have coffee. Don't worry. I'll get better.
Yeah. I got a picture of sleeping Natalie when I was like, are we still recording at this time? And Liv sent a picture of Nat. Like, I'm working on her.
I was so tired. It took me a few snoozes to get up today, but I don't know what's wrong with me, but I can't stop farting. They're not. A little bit of everything. Last night, we went to Oyster Loft. We celebrated Natalie being a good employee. They gave her a voucher. And so we kind of did like a tasting menu. We just ordered a bunch of appetizers, and it was amazing because it came out really like a tasting menu. They just brought it out as things were ready. As they were ready. And so we'd get one, we'd scarf it down, and then the next one would come, and we did that like with 5 or 6 different things. And
Where was this?
Oyster Loft. It's where the fancy restaurant I used to work at.
Oh. Why did you get a voucher to there?
We did.
It was to anywhere. They said, I just put it on the company card.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I took care of the rest of it. But
that's awesome.
It was nice because then we got some wine. And so we could have kept sleeping. But
that was me last night at volleyball. I had a beer and then another beer, and then it was playoff. So everyone was like, let's go to, do you guys know Crew on Route 9?
Yeah.
It's like kind of fancy-ish. We know a couple bartenders there, so everyone's like, let's go to Crew, and we had these fig drinks, and they were so good.
In your Crocs?
That sounds good.
In my Crocs, yes.
That sounds very New York, though. That sounds very, like, East Coast.
Yeah.
Like,
well, everyone there is dressed like
I have
they're
Croc
old.
sandals.
Do you?
She does. Wait.
I'd like them.
Do you
I don't have them.
in hand distance?
Can you send us a picture?
I used to have. Really cute.
I'm just fixing my hair. I used to have Croc sandals, but then I had them for years and they broke.
You know, farting under the blanket's worse because it's kind of like a slow burn. Like it slowly wafts out instead of like just getting it over with. I should have blamed it on the dogs.
I have a story about my vacuums real quick. Did I tell you guys about this?
Tell us about your vacuum.
So, I live on a literal farm. There's poop and hay and bugs in my everyday life. I used to just have a robot vacuum that I got years ago with my ex-husband. This robot vacuum now is probably 7, 8 years old, which is old for a robot vacuum. And now he's finally dying. And he needs all these extra parts, and he needs this and he needs that. So I've been without a vacuum for 3 weeks now, which is crazy.
Nice.
I also have a Dyson, like a wireless, like the fancy Dysons. And that one died also around the same time. So I have 2 expensive vacuums that do not work. So I've been on a mission, and these parts are like mysterious parts. Like you can't just buy these parts anywhere. And so I called
3D printer back there.
I do. So I called first iRobot, like the Roomba, and she was like, yeah, this is what, because they can like kind of see or whatever. So I went during my lunch break. I got like this new filter. I installed it. Didn't work. So I called and she's like, yeah, it looks like you need this part. And I was like, okay, I don't see that on Amazon. She's like, yeah, and we don't have any in stock here either. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? And she was like, they're really hard to come by. And I was like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And then the same with Dyson. The Dyson is newer and was quite expensive. And so I changed all these little parts on it. And then finally it's like, oh no, it's this bigger part. And so I was like, okay. So I'm looking, and I got it from like the sketchy third-party website because Dyson didn't have it in stock. Nowhere had it.
It's big vacuums.
It's big vacuum.
They want you to buy a new vacuum.
Yeah.
I think they do. And I was this close to it yesterday. I was like, oh my God, I'm just going to go buy
You
like
could start a business making those parts.
Yeah. Well, that's what this person did.
Not
I know.
bad.
And then sell it on Amazon because nobody else.
Yes. Because I looked on Amazon, it said sold out, sold out, sold out. Anyway, I'm living in filth because I don't have any vacuums.
I'm living in filth because why clean when it's going to get dirty?
That's true.
I'm living in filth because I'm here. She's forced. It's okay.
Yeah.
We got the dogs.
Also, that's the same with Natalie sandals. I was looking over her shoulder trying to look for her sandals. I think she has knockoff Crocs
I think I do.
sandals.
Well, they have so many different types. That's just why I couldn't find them.
And yours aren't coming up. Why would you brand them Croc?
They look kind of like those.
Yeah.
Maybe those are them. I don't know.
But they don't say Croc on them, do they?
I think on the side.
Interesting. Well,
yeah, they like that without the little button.
Weird.
Kind of like this.
But not.
They're just comfy.
Interesting.
It would make sense for Crocs to have this, like, the little button things, because you have to put your little Croc charms on something.
I know.
Yeah. I used to have, like, strappy, nice-looking sandals that I got lots of compliments on, and they were Crocs.
I think
those are what came up when I searched
ones,
Croc sandals.
Yeah.
Those were great, and I had those for years until they just broke.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting. My
what kind of topic
for work. Sorry, I was just gonna say the reason why I can talk now. So I had 11 vacation days to take that I discovered in July that I have to take by the end of August, and so, but I couldn't take. I don't know. It was very specific about what I
take
could
them in a row.
When. Yeah. So I did take the Dutchess County Fair week. Fine. They weren't very happy about that. But then I took random days. So today's a random day that I have off. But then I'm working I told my other job this because I work 2 jobs sometimes, like during the days. And they were like, wait, do you want to work on all of your days off? And I was like, not all of them, but some of them. So they're like, okay, cool, you're scheduled. So today's like a weird day. I keep thinking it's a weekend, but it's
That's where you're getting paid double.
Thursday. Yes. Very weird.
Interesting.
That's nice.
You explained it. I'm like, what kind of loopholes? Katie gonna get fired? But no, she just took time off and is.
I took time off, and now my other job is like.
If I could take PTO to work another job, I would.
That's kind of cool.
I mean,
I can't relate.
It's only because I didn't take all of my days this year, and they don't pay you out for it. So they're like, if you don't use them, we're just gonna take them away. So I was like, you better bet I'm gonna take them. Anyway, that's why it's laid out, and we're recording.
Nice. Yeah, I know. And I can't tell if it's smoke or just morning haze.
I think it's just morning haze.
Usually it is morning, like the marine layer comes in at night, and then it pitches out during the day.
One of my vacuum parts is in the mail, but it got delayed because of the wildfires.
Bullshit.
That's
I was
what
actually
due to
wondering.
weather wildfires.
Oh. I bought like Tecovas cowboy boots, and I'm waiting for them. Actually, they're supposed to arrive today. And I was actually thinking about it. I'm like, I want them so bad. Like, when are they going to be here? And I'm like, they better not be delayed from them wildfires. Even though it's like basically blocking off this whole area from the rest of the country. But that's okay.
You gotta put those boots on and walk through the wildfire.
Yeah. These boots were made for walking.
They were made for wildfire stomping.
Okay, speaking of, this actually goes along with my topic.
Okay, go ahead.
So, all these weird happenings, right? Like, wouldn't you say it's a little odd that the Kardashians are famous? Not hating on them, but, like, that's an odd choice of group to be famous.
Yeah, they don't really...
Little odd that our reality star Trump is president, like, no matter which way you swing. Like, that's an odd occurrence. Aliens, finally the government saying aliens are real. That's a little weird to be covering it up for so long, and then finally saying, oh yeah, whoops, yeah, they're real. What else is there? There's the unpredictable weather patterns. Oh yeah, we had a tsunami the other week.
There wasn't an actual tsunami. It was just a warning.
Actually, it was really funny. There's a lot of memes of people went down to the beach and they're like, the Pismo Beach tsunami, and it was like just a wave coming by, and I'm like, yeah. And our waves get rarely over like 4 or 5 feet. Anyways, scientists at the European Organization for Nuclear Research, CERN, have admitted today to ending the world as we know it back in 2012. While performing experiments into the Higgs-Boson particle, WNN can confirm. So they admitted this on the 10th of August of this year. Speaking at the research facility.
Who admitted this?
The scientists at European Organization for Nuclear Research.
Okay.
Have you heard of the Higgs-Boson particle?
Yes.
Okay, this is a good time to go a little bit more into what that is.
I haven't heard about it in a long time, though.
I don't really remember what it is.
Interesting.
Mm.
So the Europeans think that we're living in a...
I'll go further, but...
In a what?
Higgs-Boson, come on. Official tour, okay. What is Higgs? Higgs-Boson is an elementary particle predicted by the Standard Model emerging from quantum of the Higgs field, a unique scalar field permitting all of space. As a spin 0, no electric or color charge, and is extremely unstable, decaying almost instantly after being produced. Alright. The Higgs field fills the universe and particles acquire mass through their interaction with it. The more strongly they couple to it, the greater their mass. This mechanism, known as the Brout-Englert-Higgs (BEH) mechanism, breaks electroweak symmetry, giving mass to W and Z bostons. Photon remains massless. I haven't used the word photon since high school.
Mm-hmm.
Although the Higgs contributes mass to elementary particles like electrons and quarks, it accounts for only about 1% of the mass protons and neutrons from binding energy. Okay, so basically they created that particle. And they're speaking at a research facility in Switzerland on August 10th, 2025. Several key scientists apologized for what they're calling a terrible accident that has only come to light now. The particle discovery capped decades of theory and was an important triumph for the Large Hadron Collider. However...
Hadron Collider?
Excuse it again.
Hadron Collider.
Yeah, that one. Hadron Collider. However, recent experiments carried out by the LHC team have confirmed not only did they successfully observe a particle consistent with the Higgs-Boson, but they inadvertently shift the entire planet into an alternate reality in doing so, ending the previous model. In quotes, we're really, really sorry about this whole mess, but we accidentally ended the world several years ago. CERN Director General Rolf Dieter Heuer began. Quotes, yeah, we fucked up and we know it's probably a lot to take in, but right now none of us technically exist. End quotes. And he goes, it didn't end quote. I'm not sure any of you noticed the strain going on over the past few years, but we've shifted into a parallel universe, told a now eerily silent media room. Trump, the rise of the Kardashians, insane wars that don't make sense, increasing UFO sightings, unpredictable weather patterns. It's all our fault, and we're incredibly sorry for the 7.5 billion people now living here. End quotes. The nervous-looking team of scientists then warned off even more crazy happenings in the future, urging the planet's population to remain vigilant in its delicate dimension. Now, we're not saying an invasion from strange alien beings are on the cards, but if you could prepare for that kind of thing, that would be great, Heuer concluded, before hastily leaving the press conference under armed security.
Okay, so when you said, I forget, but I saw an Instagram reel of this girl. She was like, okay, I don't know what happened, but something happened and like the world isn't the same as it used to be. And she wasn't even talking about that, but she made it like a bunch of points and she was like, something threw us off our like reality.
So
yeah,
when they said we're in an alternate reality, so we were existing up to 2012 and then something happened and we kept existing, but then our reality just shifted a little bit. So that's why things are
like they shifted our planet. There's a lot of things about 2012. I forget what it is, but like in ancient things, 2012 is a big thing. What's it called?
I have this leads perfectly into mine, but remind me when I start it. Remind me of the number 12.
Oh,
12
interesting.
Has to do with mine as well.
Solar flares were really big in 2012. It says pole shifts. Popular theories was a pole shift
It's
confusion.
the magnets, the north and the south.
Interesting. Okay. Wait, did you have anything else on that? That you were looking up?
No,
or
I
just...
couldn't find the video of that girl. I was trying to figure out. I don't think
It's
I
okay.
saved it.
I should have prepped you so you could have time finding it. But yeah, that's all I have on that. Like, I was trying to do research, and chat was very adamant about it being a hoax.
I was gonna say though, I feel like they could just say that. Like, I don't know. I feel like scientists do a lot of that sometimes, where they're like, "Oh,
Doofenshmirtz.
this happened. Oh, this happened," and we're like, first of all, how would they prove that? How would they know that? Like, it could just be like, I don't know, like a glitch in their math where they think that we're in a different reality.
Yeah, where's the science for that? Like, what did they think happened? Because I remember in 2012, that was that was the year after I graduated high school. So high school, everyone was like, "Oh my God, the world is ending next year. The Mayan calendar." Like, is that what it has to do with?
I don't think so. It's probably
the Mayan calendar. That's
experimenting.
Yeah,
which maybe they just predicted it.
Maybe they continue. Maybe we were supposed to end, and then they continued it, and that's why things are going odd. Like, maybe we were supposed to end, and then 2012 happened, and then they figured it out how to keep it going, and that was the Higgs boson particle.
Maybe. You know what this kind of reminds me of is in Family Guy. You know how, what's the dog? Brian. He figures out how to make like clones of himself, and then like the first clone is like it's pretty functional.
Normal.
But then after he clones himself like a million times, like there's definitely wonky things. Like that's kind of like the universe.
That's like the
was
idea
normal, now
with
we're a little
alternate
wonky,
realities.
and then it's getting real wonky. That's
Pretty
interesting
wonky.
because what Liv said was,
I can't.
can you hear me?
Yeah, she keeps farting.
I'm sorry.
Liv said that, is alien invasion on the horizon? Don't know. Okay, so I did some research on 3i Atlas. Do you guys know what 3i Atlas is?
Is that the parade?
The 12
coming in
mile
What?
space station.
Wait, yes. Can we pause really quick?
Yeah.
I came back in an alternate reality, and so did you.
Nat, you missed the memo.
She's at my house. I have one.
I won't be able to do this and hear you.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh, my Tacovas are out for delivery.
Nice.
Ain't no fire holding them back.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. I saw this. I saved it. I like that. About the put it on sideways. No, like this way. Does it fit?
It reminds me of the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob.
It does. I was gonna say it reminds me of Max and Emmy eating their burrito from the side instead of the right side in Dragon Tales. I saw a post. What I'll do, I'll be on my personal Instagram and I'll see something like weird, and then I'll send it to 17 Scooters Club, and then I'll go to all my messages with 17 Scooters Club, and then I'll just be like, ooh, look at this, look at that. And I think, like, I vaguely saw what you're gonna speak on, and then I'm like, oh, cool, sent it, and then I haven't thought about it or looked into it since, so I'm glad that you did.
I see it everywhere. I can't escape it.
That sounds like your algorithm.
Yes. All right. Are we back? We're back, right?
We are so back.
Yeah. So like you're quieter though than you were before.
We're quieter.
That's okay. Maybe it's just louder here.
I'm speaking louder.
Oh, here. It was me. I was quieter. Okay. So the 3i Atlas. I really tried to avoid this for a while because I thought it was another like, I don't know, not a hoax, but you know how we had the flying handbag situation, we had all the drones. I thought it was another one of just like, don't know what's going on, blah, blah, blah. However, I have avoided for weeks, and 3i Atlas has caught up to me. So if you don't know, 3i Atlas is essentially this 12-mile long, like that's how big it is, 12-mile long thing in the sky that is approaching Earth. And it is highly debated as to what it is. And I'm going to go through some very interesting facts about it that point to it not being a comet. So basically, people are calling it the 12-mile visitor. So
I saw
there's
that.
different, yeah, like NASA has talked about it, independent astronomers have talked about it, government insiders have leaked things. So I'm going to kind of go over all of those, and then I'm curious what you guys think. I obviously am Team Alien, so let's get into it. So multiple independent astronomers, and apparently there was some unnamed government insiders. They say that there's this massive object, and it's 12 miles long, and it's entering our solar system currently, and it could be within range in November. And
This
I wanted
really
to point
does
out,
go along with my topic.
literally, I wanted to point out that this date keeps getting pushed forward. First, it was 2026. Then they said November, and now they're saying maybe even October. This thing is coming. There's an official NASA tracking list on 3i Atlas, and they're calling it an interstellar comet for now. But there's lots of sources that suggest its shape, its trajectory, and its reflective, like literally like a mirror, which is not a comet, are unlike anything anyone's seen before. And so NASA has said this, like this, there is something coming, and we don't know what it is, and it's different. It's not a normal like rock in the sky. So, number one, there were some government leaks from some aerospace contractors, and they were talking about. Go ahead.
Just the thought of a 12-mile long piece of rock floating around
Right.
is crazy in itself.
That
Like
could
that's
crush
weird and crazy
this
in
town
itself.
and the next town,
Yeah,
right? I don't know.
I don't think it's just that, but
I don't think it's just that. But so basically, they're saying that there's some intelligence agencies that have been briefed, and they did not say who, but there's government agencies that have been briefed on it. But there's no public warnings yet. But there's whistleblowers, and they're alleging that the object's movement is too controlled because it keeps changing speeds in a controlled way. Like you would think if a comet is like stuck in gravity, it's coming at a normal trajectory, but it has shifted its velocity, its speed twice. So people are thinking that that indicates some type of propulsion and not just gravity. Other people are saying the next theory is that it could be an amateur or a space station of some sort. Amateur radio operators have, I guess, listened. They're trying to listen to this thing. I don't know how far away it is, but there's bursts of narrowband signals at frequencies that are not typically emitted by comets. So we know that it's a weird color and like texture. We know that it changes speeds, and we know that it is giving off these weird like radio frequencies, which are not given off by comets. So already,
yeah, it's not a rock.
It's not a rock. There's already three weird things. Some people are saying that because it's 12 miles long, which is a fact, it could be an orbital dock or like a carrier vessel for other small crafts to come in and out of. We're not sure yet. I'll go back to the science. Someone from Harvard actually is studying it right now, and I'll go back to what he says at the end. And so the last source, it's an unnamed source, and from Europe. So maybe it's your Europe, your Europe.
Yeah, it's my
end of the world
friends.
people. It's the European Space Agency. They're saying if the object maintains its current course and its velocity, although it's changing velocities, it could pass within our visual range and like telescopes by October.
That's crazy.
Which is coming. And they think
we'll be in Maine together.
Yeah. We'll be in Maine just looking up. Like, oh, that's the space
Well,
station.
Mom will know. Mom will know about it. That's something that she would be like, guys, tonight, look up tonight. There's
Look up
this.
tonight.
Yeah.
It's interesting, though. It says that its projected path keeps it well outside a collision with Earth, but does perfectly align with our observation. Like, so we'll be able to see it, but allegedly, unless it changes, it's not going to crash. So,
It's like somebody just sending a blimp by to be like, yo, look at us.
yeah, hey,
Look at us.
look at my shiny space station.
Yeah, it's 12 miles long. Where'd your son go? I don't know.
Unless they're going to deploy little crafts out of it, and then those are what's going to come
I
to
didn't even
Earth.
think about that.
Yeah, because that was the station theory. And then the last, so this guy named A.V. Loab, he's from Harvard. He's an astrophysicist, and he said that the alien technology, whatever scenario, he's like, I'm not saying that it is, but I'm not saying it isn't. He said that it's quote plausible. He said, I know that people dismiss it entirely, but there's a light curve to the object. So even the shape, he said, how it reflects sunlight is not normal, and it's really consistent with all of the properties that you would find in a metallic surface. So it's a metallic thing. It's changed its velocity multiple times to suggest that it could, like, something's pushing it. It gives off weird radio frequencies that no one's ever heard before. So basically, this giant 12-mile spaceship is coming.
Wow.
And we get to see it when we're in Maine.
Nice. We could all die together.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Isn't that so weird? What do you think?
That
What do you
is
think about it?
interesting
Oh my
because
God,
that made me think of, have you heard of Matthew Brown?
Mm-mm.
No.
So he's like, he was a policy advisor at the Pentagon. He had like top secret clearance, and he ended up being a whistleblower who mysteriously died this year in March after exposing stuff. But he was talking about
That's a conspiracy in
the
itself.
Immaculate Constellation, or that was his, I guess he was the author of a document called the Immaculate Constellation that he submitted to Congress in 2025, and it allegedly exposed decades of long Pentagon UFO programs run without congressional oversight. And he did a whole podcast, I guess with Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp, and he I guess never wanted to be in the position that he was in. He was like, I'm just saying what I'm saying. And the main claim, I guess, is that there are secret unauthorized programs inside the Department of Defense that have been studying recovered non-human technology for decades. And I guess his concerns were, like, obviously safety. And then I guess the death penalty is stated for extremely rare cases, but often
Of
for
talking about
whistleblowers
aliens?
face severe bureaucratic and legal retaliation. And he did mysteriously die in March of this year. But yeah.
So basically, he wrote a document that he submitted to Congress or leaked or something.
He gave interviews and everything, and like
And said that they've been recovering things
the
from
way
space.
he died, I guess. So March 25th, 2025. The incident occurred with New York State troopers in Oneida County on March 24th, during which officers attempted to take him into custody for a mental health evaluation. A struggle ensued, and after being handcuffed, he lost consciousness and was pronounced dead at a local hospital shortly after at 1 a.m.
That's sketchy.
That's suspicious.
Yeah.
Very suspicious. But what he says existed, the Immaculate Constellation, is a program, unacknowledged special access program inside the DoD that serves as a central parent hub for intelligence, allegedly aggregates imagery and measurement and signature intelligence from multiple collection platforms, I guess sources from directed and incidental sensors in low Earth orbit, upper atmosphere, military and civilian aviation altitudes, and maritime environments. And he alleges processes for detecting, quarantining, and transferring UAP imaging incidents before they circulate broadly within the military intelligence community. I guess the kind of cases in the files. His reports describe categories like spheres and orbs, disks, triangles, boomerang, arrowhead, irregular organic objects. And I guess there were specific incidents that he called out. For example, the F-22 orbs incident allegedly surrounded and forced an F-22 out of his patrol area. A red-orange sphere on a carrier deck reportedly descended and hovered 100 to 200 yards above a U.S. carrier flight deck. And then in Kuwait, emerging from the ocean, I guess there's a 13-minute full-color HD video that shows a white, showing a white orb exiting the sea 20 miles off of Kuwait, said to have been seen on SIPR, a classified DoD network.
Yeah. I think we talked about that a lot, long
Yeah.
time ago.
Katie has orb pictures.
But yeah, apparently he was like talking about all of this stuff, and I'm pretty sure they killed him.
You want to know
That's
what's weird?
wild.
Is that if now everything's kind of coming to a head.
Why does it
with,
matter?
like,
Yeah.
all this crazy things, and like there's this giant spaceship coming, and we live in this alternate reality, and blah blah blah. Why now? Like I could see that totally happening like 10 years ago. Like shut up, we're not talking about the aliens. But now people are like, we have social media. There's like so many things where it's kind of proven that aliens are out there. Like why are we offing people now about if they're talking about the aliens?
Maybe he knew.
Right.
He knew a lot though.
Yeah, and he was like involved with the DoD and the Pentagon and whatever. So they're probably like,
I guess we probably can't even fathom
because they
what
want
we
to
don't
control.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we only
And
know
I
what
think
we know.
they don't want to be exposed for things that they've done.
Yeah, I think that's probably it. They're probably covering their asses more than they are like worried about his information. I don't know. But that's very mysterious circumstances to die under.
Yeah.
Especially when you've been previously involved in the government.
And so many things. This reminds me of something that in 30 years from now, people are going to read in a social studies textbook or a science textbook.
But they would
social
never
studies.
put stuff like this in textbooks.
Maybe, we don't know.
You're a teacher, though.
Maybe
So-
if the aliens come and that's a giant space station, and then their little crafts come out, and then they come down to Earth, and then they're like, hey, it was us with the handbags and the drones this whole time. It's been us. We're just going to keep our little station up here. You guys can come visit. Then they're going to be part of our whole life.
That'd be crazy.
I've been seeing so many really funny memes where people are like walking out their front door with a suitcase, and it's like a funny music, and they're like, heard the aliens are coming, just waiting to be picked up at the alien bus stop because they want to go.
That's funny. I know. I like Two Girls, One Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name? It's Corinne and Sabrina. Sabrina wants to go. She wants to get
That's
abducted so bad. And I'm like, I can't relate. Like
I can't relate either.
No, I don't want to get abducted. Like I'll
Allie
abduct
from Let's Get Haunted wants to do the same thing. She's
Yeah.
like alien obsessed.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I can't relate. I don't want to get haunted. I don't need that type of thrill.
No thanks.
No. Not for me. Oh my god, I can't stop yawning.
You guys have to let us know if you know anything more, heard anything more when this comes out about
Any of it.
the alien things.
I know.
Or the end of the world.
I love how we don't pre-plan. We always surprise each other with our topics, but they're always like cohesive somehow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else, I don't think, but kind of wild. The
it's
happenings coming up. I'm very curious. Like the way you described that the 12-mile thing, it doesn't sound like just a rock. Like
It can't be a rock.
and it sounds like they have proof that it's
there's
not
weird
a rock.
stuff.
Like that it's a vessel of some sort.
You want to know?
could happen.
I wonder if it's something that they launched in the 80s or 90s or whenever they were
That's
doing
what I'm
space
thinking.
things, sent it out. Then everything's a secret. We can't talk about anything. And then now, I don't know, everyone got offed or died or whatever. And then this thing that they sent out is now coming back around. So really, it's something that we made, but no one's admitting to it. It's like a secret government thing, and it was not supposed to come back. And it's not going to crash. It's going to go past Earth. But they just have to explain it. Like, oh, it's a comet. Don't worry about it. But then they're like panicking because you're going to be able
I
to
could see that
it
happening.
in
It's this
October.
very specific movie that I'm thinking of. And I'm going to type it in the chat to see if I can find it really quick.
Okay.
But I'll actually just explain it to you guys. And you might know, but it's basically when it's with Chris Pratt and the other girl. I forget.
Was it Voyagers?
It might be Voyagers, Travelers, I think it's called.
Okay.
Something like that. And basically
Jennifer
they're put
Lawrence.
into Jennifer Lawrence. They're put into pods and they're supposed to sleep for like 100 billion years or something like that.
Yes.
But they went through turbulence. He wakes up early. And so he's going to live his entire life in space. He'll never make it to the new Earth. And so he ends up waking her up to live so he's not lonely. And that was like the whole like thing. And she was like, well, you basically just murdered me. by waking me up. But anyways, that ship was massive. It had a cafeteria. It had like living quarters for everybody. It had a downtown center. Like it was really big.
So maybe something like that.
Maybe something like that. And maybe that's like based off of some sort of true rumor that a writer heard. Or, I mean, you can't be the only one having an idea. So like maybe like this writer had the same idea that the scientist had, and then this writer just wrote about it and the scientist just made it happen. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. We're just gonna have to keep monitoring it. I don't know. I'm excited. Maybe as we get closer to October, we're gonna get more updates that we can report back on.
Closer to October. That sounds like a song lyric.
But
Zach Bryan's song or something. Yeah.
If anyone has any more information, send it our way.
Send it our way.
Yes, please.
Comment it down below if you're watching on YouTube, or Spotify actually takes comments now. Or you could send it to us at 17scootersclub@gmail.com. Please like, rate, review, share our podcast with anyone you know if you liked us. And we will see you next week. Scoot.
Bye.
Two wheels are better than four. From the mountains to the shore, fun is rolling up to the pub. We're 17 Scooters Club.